Hello, anime. That's the way it should be. My honest opinion on Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Train Arc Episode 1 Flame Hashira Kyojuro Rengoku. Get ready to experience the same story as we revisit the Mugen Train with Demon Slayer Mugen Train Anime Episode 1. This time around, we get to go back and witness Kyojuro Rengoku make his way onto the train in an all new episode. One of the most popular anime of our time, Demon Slayer or Kimetsu no Yaiba, is back on our screens with the anime version of its Mugen Train arc. Ufotable will slightly alter this adaptation from the movie that was released in October 2020 to a huge critical and commercial reception, including some new footage and an entirely new first episode. The Mugen Train arc will run for 7 episodes, after which the show will resume its normal storyline with the Entertainment District arc. Ufotable is the studio behind Demon Slayer's anime adaptation and will be directed by Sotozaki. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his name. It is to be noted that this first episode was anime original, which means that the story isn't originally what was written in the manga. This makes this episode the first anime original for this series. The episode is also known as Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Resehen Episode 1 in original Japanese. If you were a good sport and went ahead to read my review of the movie, you would have found that I really wasn't a big fan of it. I'm not really a big fan of it. I did not think an arc such as Mugen Train warranted a movie, especially because of its show-reliant nature and door ending. I also despise the characters of Zenitsu and Inosuke and hate every second of the time when they are on my screen. While it might seem like I shouldn't be watching this series at all, I disagree with you on that notion. Just because I dislike some portions of the product, it doesn't mean that I dislike it. In fact, I was quite excited when Ufotable announced that Mugen Train Episode 1 was going to feature all new content based around Kyojuro Rengoku, one of my favorite characters in the show. I do not care about how this episode not being in the manga canon. I only care about Rengoku getting another go at things. And go at things he did, with all of his stone-faced passion and good-natured strength. This episode is set one day before the events of the movie and tells the story of how Rengoku found about the Mugen Train in the first place. We even learn how he got the bento he was eating on the train, which was a very sweet scene to see. While the events in Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Train Episode 1 were essentially non-canon as they belong in their own tiny universe, they were still a fine addition to the show as a minor footnote. Rengoku was the star of the show, showcasing his strength as a demon slayer and a character in the show as he effortlessly saved a grandma and granddaughter from a generic demon. His personality is very lovable and kind, contrasted by the intense look on his face and his fierce fighting style. Overall, he is the best character in the show, at least for now, and the only character who can compete with him in that area is another Hashira, Shinobu. It has to be said that Demon Slayer Mugen Train Arc Episode 1 succeeded despite the show, not because of it. Any addition to the show's usual elements of comedy, put quotation marks if you don't mind, through Zenitsu and Inosuke destroy any serious moments the show is going for. And I'm thankful that those elements were only limited to a skit at the end of the episode. I am also thankful that the show didn't give a huge backstory to this demon as well, as I was expecting it to. It's the way it should be, I say. Let villains be villains. While I believe that the show's narrative and characters deserve a lot more criticism than they currently receive, I'm in agreement with most people that the show is almost untouchable when it comes to its animation. Every frame is uncritically designed to be as beautiful and emotion evoking it can get. The fight scenes are brilliant and well choreographed, and the power system is also well crafted and immaculate to make the show a lot more consistent than most shonen anime. The music is also a high point of the series, and the OSTs are some of the best in the world right now. On top of that, Demon Slayer Mugen Train Arc Episode 1 uses silence very effectively as a storytelling and tension building tool, making the inevitable music even more effective when it hits. I would say go ahead and listen to it on YouTube, but it has probably been copyright struck and removed from the platform. Oh well. My final verdict of the episode. Demon Slayer Mugen Train anime, I mean, no, wait, what? Demon Slayer Mugen Train anime arc episode 1 was fantastic, and it played its role to perfection, literal perfection. It also made me wonder if we can scrap this retelling of the Mugen Train arc or have another arc with Rengoku playing the lead role. Please, Ufotable? Pretty please with the cherry on the top? So yeah guys, that was my review on the first episode of Mugen Train Arc. If you enjoyed, then be sure to hit like and subscribe with notice on. And let me know if you want an explanation video or clips from the first episode. And that's it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram @IndianOtakuX. That's without any caps. Bye bye.